Welcome to Living Our Vision. So this week we decided to shoot a video about our life as full-time RVers and working remotely, specifically as a YouTube content creator. Also because it takes a lot of time away from you when you're trying to enjoy yourselves exploring. We'll do our best today just to give you the gist of it, but there's a lot of things that we're not going to be able to show. It would just, the video would go on forever. Why else are we doing this video?
Because we don't have any more content.
And it's not because we're in Iowa and there's nothing here in Iowa. There's plenty of things to do and see. We've done a few things, but a lot of it is kind of a long drive. And since we're working all week, we can't really go anywhere. And the weekends come, we're trying as hard as we can to visit family and friends, people we haven't seen for a long time. And that's the main purpose why we're here for so long. Believe it or not, we still haven't seen everybody. So
I know.
Tried to make it a little more interesting in this video so it wasn't boring.
You calling us boring?
Hope you enjoy it.
Roll that footage.
Most mornings on the weekends, I'll sit right here and work a little bit while Michelle is still sleeping. She's not much of a morning person. For sound while we're working. We don't really watch it, we just use it to listen to.
Views and that she espouses, and she's
Mornings kind of just get things ready, get our coffee ready. Kind of got hooked on this bulletproof coffee and got this little frother. We're going to try this for the first time today and see if that makes the bulletproof coffee any better. So we kind of got hooked on this a long time ago. About, when I say a long time ago, I'm like 3 years ago. I drink just a little bit of coffee. I can't have much. But Michelle has to have her coffee. Don't you, Michelle? It's where you put grass-fed butter and MCT oil in your coffee, blend it, kind of froth it up. If you have a blender that you can do that, it works too. 3 scoops of decaf and 2 of regular. Coffee machines or Keurigs, if you ever think about it, that water that sits inside that machine, it's still going to be wet inside that machine. Wet, warm, heat in a dark place is a breeding ground for mold. And one thing I've noticed in the past, whenever I would drink from machines like that, I'd get really stuffed up. Doing something like either a pour over or this French press, that helps a lot. Are you still wanting to go back down to that place if we have time?
Yeah, we're only open until 5 today.
They're open until 5? Yeah. Ever notice that weekends never seem to be relaxing anymore? But I do like the weekends where we're... Yeah, when we're doing something fun, even though we're still having to kind of work, shooting videos. That's the only bad thing about being here for 2 months. We really didn't get a whole lot of family time, but we did get some.
Not as much as we anticipated.
Here we are on a Sunday. Both drank our coffees and she's in getting ready. And that again gives me time to sit here, do some planning and catch up on little things I need. Don't have very good luck putting notes in my iPhone. I need to see them. They need to be right here in front of me. So I've got filled up pages after pages of things I need to do. The list just keeps getting longer. Well, my main focus every week is to finish the videos first during the week. All of our filming is usually done on the weekend now.
Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through, no limit to what we can do.
We don't do well with scripts. We've tried that in the very beginning, and it just causes more editing, and it's very frustrating. It's frustrating for us both, and it doesn't seem real and natural, and we didn't like that either. We learned really quick not to do that. If we plan something, it's just like where we're going to go, and we don't always do that. We sometimes just do that on the fly right before we go out the door. A lot of times we decide where we're going to go. So we'll just take off, we'll go somewhere, we just pull out the camera and just kind of shoot some things, talking as we're going, basically taking you along with us, like if we're going on a hike or whatever. All the little funny crack-ups that we do, that we try to be funny, is really how we are, even when we're off camera. That's just part of our life. We love to laugh. We joke around with each other. We do something silly. We laugh at ourselves. We really do. Yeah, as you can see, I even got more notes here. This one here, though, this is just a list of things. Michelle made this one. Just what we need to do before we leave this campground, because this is our last week. We're going to be here. Saturdays and Sundays goes just like this. This is my time when she's in there getting ready, getting some more work done. With a YouTube channel, doing this, and everybody does things differently. Some people will just sit in front of a camera and do very little editing and just make it real simple. Those type of videos are a lot easier to edit. I know that for a fact. With the hikes or on a trip, I usually have anywhere from 200 and some to 300 and some clips to edit, which when I see that number every time, I'm like, oh my God, how long is that going to take? But I've gotten quicker at it. Starting on Monday, 3 to 4 days completely finished. And it's not just the editing. When you get to YouTube, you got a lot of work to do there as well. Again, that depends on the person. Some people don't do as much as others do. I'm a little too meticulous to a certain point. Every single week, I have videos that I wish I can do more, and I want to do more, and every time I play them over, I keep making corrections, and then I'm like, okay, that's it. I gotta stop, or this is gonna go on forever. People get the wrong idea, and they think it's not really a job. It's kind of a hobby. It can be, but it also can be more than a full-time job. Every single week for the last 2.5 years, I have worked way over 40 hours a week. A lot of times, I should say 60 to 80. 80 not very often, because that's in the earlier stages when I was really getting burned out, working past midnight, and then I realized this is just killing me. It's not, I didn't feel like it was fair to Michelle. We're not having much of a life together. I was trying too hard. So that's when all these notes came into play, and they just keep building up. I learned to say, hey, that's okay. I'll get to those things when I can. The videos first, and all this, I'll just get to it when I can. We're not like some other channels where they've hired help or have a spouse that can help full time. Michelle has her own job. She works hard, 40 hours a week, sometimes a little more. And then in the evenings, a lot of times she helps me answer questions. So she really works more than 40 hours too. It's still enjoyable. It's better than the lifestyle that we had before that was very monotonous. You know, for Michelle, working in a cubicle, she loves this a lot better. Even though I work a lot, I enjoy my work. So if you enjoy what you do, then it doesn't matter how many hours you work. We absolutely love the conversations we have with you, our followers, our viewers, making new friendships, what a difference something has made to them, or something that's helpful. People that can't travel, that love to watch our videos so that they can see the world out there, even the road trips. A lot of people do enjoy that. We don't want to be like other channels. We want to be us, but I want to get into that. So I'm going to keep moving along here, and hopefully you get an idea of what our life is like. I know a lot of you have been curious about that as much as we would be too. So now that I'm ready, And a lot of times when I'm getting ready, Michelle uses that time to call her mom. I know it's kind of hard to show an entire day because that would take about 24 hours of footage, and that'd be a very long day. So in order to get this basically an entire weekend here, we're going to have to kind of jump forward and just give you the gist of what we do. Got all my camera gear and my drone I store up here. A lot of times I just take this camera bag with us, the drone, things that we need, the tripod. That way we have everything available. You just never know what you may need while you're out there. We're going to get all this stuff packed up in the truck, take off, and go work on our next video. One thing we did notice while we're here in Iowa, it's harder to find videos to work on. You gotta get creative and try to figure out some things that might be helpful for people. As far as our travel videos, there's places that we can go here in Iowa that are really neat places and cool places to see, but we really don't have time to go to those places, and we've had a hard time in doing that. Spending time with our grandkids or other family members, getting together with some friends we haven't seen for a long time. So that's really kind of limited our time that we get while we're here. We've had 4 other couples here in this campground that found out that we were here, and they're wanting to get together, try to make that happen with as many of them as we can. A lot of them want to go and get together a second time, and it's just it's really, really tough to do that, and we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and leave anybody out, because we really love and enjoy getting together with each and every one of them. So, all right, well, we're going to pack this stuff up and go shoot our video for the day, and then we'll continue on showing you how we spend our week. Take this stuff out to the truck.
Okay. We have some errands to run. We have to go get groceries, probably do laundry later, and it's way into the afternoon already.
That there was an Iowa cactus. I know, we're in the pet aisle. No, we didn't get a pet. Monday morning. Get Michelle's computer going for her here. Sometimes I'll take my shower first thing in the mornings, right away also, directly after Michelle. Sometimes it takes a while. I'm getting into my work and everything. It's hard for me to stop. It's always frustrating for both of us if things interrupt us with our work. When you get in this groove, it's so frustrating. And in the RV life, you have things like, uh-oh, the black tank's about to flow over. We better go empty the black tank. And you can't just empty the black tank. You wait for it to empty, close it, fill it back up past the level where it was. That usually takes about 6 minutes-ish. And let that drain out and repeat. Usually about 3 times in order to get it to come out clear. Make sure you're rinsing it all out good. So these little interruptions during the day, it gets frustrating when you're in the groove working. So I have the iPhone, and then I have the MacBook. I get notifications right on the computer. So as I'm typing away, working and, doing my editing, notifications, emails, messages and that will pop up. Sometimes I try to stop working and answer it because I hate for people having to wait on me. It's just me. I have a really hard time putting it aside and waiting till later, but sometimes I just have to. When you're editing, you're trying to really think of the story, and it involves all the cuts and how to transition the ideas in your mind. you as the creator, you're trying to put this all together, and anytime you stop, it really gets you out of that groove. And I don't have to stop right then and answer a question, but sometimes I do that a lot. Not sometimes, I do that a lot. One of the most frustrating things is when you're working on a video, you're editing it, you think you're done, you check everything, you upload it to YouTube, you have all these different things you have to do on YouTube. It's going to take you quite a while to do. Then you're waiting for YouTube to do the automatic translation for the subtitles, and it's set to do it in English. Well, it does it in English every week, right? Every once in a while, you get a little hiccup and something happens, and you have to re-upload the entire video all over again. Today, for some reason, YouTube did an automatic subtitle translation in Italian. I have not uploaded any Italian translations, nothing. That is very frustrating, because there's a lot of time that goes into this, and when stuff like this happens, it just slows you down even more. That's what's happening today. And it happened twice. It happened the other day too. Uploaded another video, still an issue. Can't get it fixed. I have to probably go in and manually type word for word everything myself. There are some other services that you can purchase to do this, and sometimes it makes you wonder if that's what they're trying to force you to do, because maybe they got ties with those companies that has those services. Makes you wonder. But very, very time consuming and very frustrating, because if you want to translate everything into other languages, you have to do the English part of it first before you can actually translate those subtitles. That's just one issue. There has been many over the last 2.5 years. Alright, it's time for lunch. Michelle and I, we never take an hour or even a half-hour lunch. We just make lunch real quick and go back to work and eat. But I want to show you this recipe that's super, super good. It's going to sound disgusting. It's a smoothie, and it involves an avocado. Ow! But when we started using the avocado in here, it made a world of difference. I swear to you, you do not taste the avocado if you follow these instructions to the T. First, your avocado needs to be ripe. Not too ripe where it's brown, because that kind of grosses me out. I know it's supposed to be still good, and it can't be too stiff, because then the taste won't be near the same and the texture won't be the same. This turns out super, super smooth, chocolate, peanut buttery. It's awesome. So it takes one avocado, and those good sized ones you get at Costco, they work fine. We typically use the almond milk, and we usually go for an organic almond milk. Get these for like $1 or something, under $2 at Whole Foods. And we use 20 ounces of fluid. Now we're going to do something a little different today, though. I'm going to try coconut, the organic coconut, and it's always unsweetened. Make sure you get your unsweetened almond milk. We'll let you know if the coconut's any good to add to this. I've already shaken this. I'm going to put, I got a mark on here, and I typically put the almond milk in before anything else, so the measurement comes out correctly. But I'm just going to go a little bit higher here, because I've varied these ingredients a little bit with this, and it still comes out pretty much the same. 1 or 2 big helpings of peanut butter. That's not very much there. I don't measure the peanut butter, I just eyeball it. Nice big blob of peanut butter. If you want it to be exact, we use the Kirkland from Costco, the organic peanut butter. This is from Costco also. You can't get this other places, but you get more for your money at Costco, a bigger container, and it's on sale a lot. It's called Orgain Organic Protein. So I do 2 scoops. It comes with these scoops, so you don't have to worry about how much I'm putting in here. It's just 2 of these scoops. I use 4 of these cubes. And another thing, make sure you refrigerate this almond milk. This is shelf-stable almond milk, but we always put it in the refrigerator afterwards so it's cold and ready. And if you do that, you only need 4 ice cubes, and it gets it perfect. Here we go. Look at that creamy goodness. Don't let that disgust you with the avocado in there. Because when I first told Michelle I was going to do that, she looked at me like it was crazy. She does that a lot. But when she tasted it, she wanted more. Michelle and I were just talking. We don't think there's much of a difference using this brand of coconut milk anyway than the almond. So whatever your preference is, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but it is really good. And when you do it without the avocado, it's nowhere, surprisingly, it's nowhere near as good. It's really creamy this way. It tastes like a regular chocolate peanut butter shake, really. It's 5:30. So here's one of those days where it's after 5:30. Actually, Michelle was supposed to stop working at 5. She's still working, so some days we have days like that where we got to keep going, and time just kind of gets away from you. I'm going to go ahead and stop now since she's working. Sometimes if she's done, she'll start cooking. If I see that she's not done, I can go back and I can work later. Her boss will not let her work later. Sometimes I just got to do that. Got to stop my work and come back to it later.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up. See you next week.